Porsche 911 Master Audit. The 2023 Porsche 911 doesn't miss a stage. It's as refined, as appealing, and as splendidly fast as anyone might imagine. For its inflexible greatness, the 911 GT3 procured our very first Execution Vehicle of the Year grant for 2022. The 911 is unaltered for 2023 beside the expansion of two new exceptional versions and the insane restricted run 911 Dakar. The 2023 Porsche 911 is the aftereffect of almost 60 years of refinement and development. In short, it shows. Our affection for the 911 is no confidential. In 2019, the Carrera S won our honor for Best Driver's Vehicle. This year, the 911 GT3 brought back home the terrific award in our debut Execution Vehicle of the Year rivalry. We continue to praise the 911, and some way or another Porsche continues to improve it. This shouldn't imply that it's ideal. Those looking for a traveler will see as the 911 excessively solid, and the inside materials on lower manages don't necessarily feel deserving of a six-figure sticker price. Porsche remembers little well-being tech for the retail cost, and adding choices is a costly recommendation. Those imperfections fall away when you hit the primary corner. The 911 is the car sidekick all drivers long for, natural, steady, unsurprising, and unendingly invigorating. That is as valid for the Carrera for what it's worth of the Super S. Gracious, and the GT3 RS is among the best manufacturing plant tracked vehicles we've each determined, and perhaps better than the 911 Cup race vehicle. Scarcely any vehicles can make us wax beautiful like a 911, and eventually, isn't that the very thing sports vehicles are about? Execution in the 911 territories from speedy to heart-halting. The motors come in different sizes and conditions of tune, yet all have 6 chambers organized in a level design. Most are accessible in various body styles with a manual or Porsche's fantastic PDK programmed. On the whole, the 911 is accessible in 6 kinds of quick. Porsche adds 2 restricted-release 911s to the arrangement this year. The first is the America release, which celebrates 70 years of selling sports vehicles in North America. In light of the GTS Cabriolet, the America release begins with clear blue paint, adds sleek white edges, and finishes the image with red pinstripe complements. The game exemplary honors 911s of a very long time past. From the two-fold air pocket rooftop to the ducktail spoiler, it's dribbling in sentimentality. The external appeal is more than superficial. The game exemplary matches a detuned rendition of the motor from the 911 Super with back tire drive and a 7-speed manual transmission. It costs more than $270,000, yet authorities probably wouldn't fret. Porsche has obviously observed the present Safari 911 pattern in light of the fact that the people in Stuttgart are at long last getting in on the activity again, interestingly since their convention days. Presenting the 911 Dakar, a lifted, rough-terrain prepared sports vehicle ready to energize Instagram lovers and boardroom kid racers the same. The Dakar's standard ride level is 2.0 inches higher than a standard 911, and a standard undeniable level setting stretches out the lift to 3.1 inches. Porsche's presentation AWD framework, body roll suppressing PDCC framework, motor mounts and hood from the GT3, and back guiding are standard. In addition to it has the 473 horsepower level 6 out of the 911 GTS. 2 new drive modes, rally and rough terrain, expand execution away from asphalt. Porsche is in any event, offering a manufacturing plant light bar prepared rooftop container and rooftop top tent. On the off chance that you'll really utilize the away from asphalt capacity. It's remarkable. Furthermore, what'll all that cost? Estimating for the Dakar, of which Porsche is just structured 2,500 units around the world, begins at $223,450. For those of you pondering, that is about equivalent to a GT3 RS. For a vehicle in the 6-figure cost range, the 911 does exclude a lot of standard well-being tech. Programmed crisis slowing down and stopping help are the main included highlights. Versatile voyage control, vulnerable side observing, path keeping help, and an Encompass View camera framework cost extra. An expensive night vision framework adds a warm view to the driver's instrument bunch. Porsche doesn't distribute legroom numbers, yet believe us, the secondary lounge is best utilized for freight or kids. With the motor toward the back, the main trunk space is situated under the hood. It's enough for a staple run, yet it's not exactly half what you'll find in a Chevrolet Corvette, which has front and back trunks. The 911's infotainment framework accompanies a 10.9-inch screen, route, coordinated Spotify and Apple Music, and remote similarity with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. An 8-speaker arrangement is the default, however 12 and 13 speaker designs from Bose and Burmester are accessible. The 911 is accessible with a confounding cluster of powertrain setups and body styles. Manages are depicted by execution instead of extravagance, so includes are generally similar across the reach. The least expensive 911 kicks off at more than $100,000, and a Super S almost duplicates the figure. It's difficult to turn out badly in the 911 setup, yet we have a couple of top picks. Boss among them is the 2022 Exhibition Vehicle of the Year, the 911 GT3. We stand by our message, it's one of the greats. In the event that GT3 cash isn't possible, the Carrera for GTS is close to as great and a lot less expensive. Try not to laugh at the lower manages, as we wrote in 2020, there's no such thing as a base 911.